take you for a walk this way for a start to show you the bits and pieces that are all being controlled by the MultiGrow. So the first lot of things that we wanted to control were our germination rooms, and they're quite a considerable distance from our water treatment plant and quite a considerable distance from the main part of the nursery and even further from our cravos. And our IT guys were actually able to talk to your blokes about doing this. We have a Wi-Fi with a fibre optic network around the nursery. So this was the first installation where we'd been able to get data and put it onto a fibre optic network, because the actual MultiGrow controller is way over the other side in our communications shed. This stuff's done remotely and goes from copper to fibre and back to copper at the other end. So that was the reason for picking this. So inside here we've got really simple controls. We've just got temperature and humidity control, which is just basically a set of misters in the roof and an air conditioner on the wall. It's all controlled by the MultiGrow. 2 factors, really simple, but a long way from where our controller is. So I'll walk you up past, so the tanks we're walking past here are where all the water that we pump out of the river goes through our water treatment plants, gets stored in these tanks and then pumped back out into the nursery. So that part of that, the MultiGrow controls the water treatment plant. That was another reason why we picked Autogrow, because we were able to get that to link our water treatment plant to that. And we have also got the people that provided us with the water treatment plant to link a number of the functions, so that the filtration system and the dosing system and the UV system are all linked together. Our pumping station happened to be right next door to our grafting chamber, so that was another part of the thing that we wanted to set up. So we've got one box that services both our water treatment plant and our grafting chamber, but we're still nowhere near where the MultiGrow unit is yet. MultiGrow control boxes. So these ones here run the grafting chamber, the water treatment plant, and they run all the curtains in the old red path greenhouses that we got. So the red path greenhouses are done wirelessly, and these other things are done cable, and it's all transmitted back to the main MultiGrow unit through the fibre optic network. Each one of these greenhouses has got a Svensson screen in it, and that's so that the weather station, which you can see is up the top of the tower over the top there, puts the signal out, talks to the box here. It wirelessly tells the controller in each one of these greenhouses to open and close the curtains. And as all the rest of the nursery operations are done with 433 megahertz remote controls, we use the same frequency to tell the curtains what to do. So all that signal's transmitted from here where your MultiGrow box is, and it just tells all those 5 greenhouses to go do it.
So before automation, what would you have had to do? Like manually?
Manually pull the curtains open and shut in here, totally archaic. And so when we made the move the first time to go to the MultiGrow, that's what we thought, well, what else can we do? So in here we've got grafted watermelons over that side. In front of us here we've got cucumbers that are being grown to go into greenhouse operations. Rockmelon due to go into the field. Further down, watermelons for supplying currently into New South Wales. So these little guys here are grafted watermelons. That's a watermelon sitting on top of a pumpkin. See the join?
Really?
So that's a pumpkin leaf, and that's watermelon on top.
Why?
because the watermelons will die from diseases in the field. The pumpkin's resistant to disease, so you take the watermelon and stick it on top of the pumpkin. This part of our nursery operation over here, which is low-tech parts macadamia trees. This is the home of the macadamia. This part of the world is where they came from. Yeah. So in 10 weeks' time, this will be the tomatoes that you'll be buying in the supermarkets here in Australia. And that's why we follow the production around the country, because we only grow warm season type things, and to be able to supply them consistently, we have to supply up and down the east coast. And with melons and stuff, we supply into the territory and into WA in wintertime when they can grow stuff and we can't. And in amongst all of that, ta-da!